I'm Lavina Carvalho, and this is Ashton.
And I'm Alistair Carvalho. This is our precious son, Ashton Carvalho. Last year, on the same day, Ashton, when he was born, I received an SMS from a friend of mine saying, "All across this land dawns a bright new morn. This comes to light when a child is born." And this child was a gift to us, who was born last year on this day. And we'd like to tell you the story of how this child was born.
When we came to Siddhi Life, we thought that in the beginning, when we came, we said maybe there was no hope because after 4 years of marriage, we didn't see any light. We went to a lot of doctors and nothing happened. And Siddhi Life was the hope for us. I went through a lot of treatment, laparoscopies, at different time. But then later there was hope because time was the best healer. I had a tubal disease, but treatment is very important, and this treatment does take a lot of time. So what one requires to do is a lot of patience, there's a lot of support, family support, which I received from my husband and my friends and close relatives. We had a lot of prayers, which gives us a lot of mental stability. So basically patience is what is important, and time period cannot be taken as a short time or a long time, but treatment takes its own course of and the fruits are always there.
We went through a lot of laparoscopy. We went through one laparoscopy and IUIs and many other treatments. And in the end, Ashton was conceived through the natural process. It happened on a special night, I suppose, so it might have been September, the 8th of September, if I'm not wrong. And we were very surprised that it happened naturally, because we were thinking that it will be medically only that Ashton will be conceived. And from that day onwards, life changed. Lavina had to leave a job because we didn't want to take a risk. It's our special dream, and it happened very nice. Lavina put on a little bit of weight, and she had a little bit of problems because her blood pressure was going high. The doctor was a little worried because sometimes the baby causes the mother to put pressure. And mentally we were very strong. Physically we were also very strong. Mentally our parents and everybody, the doctor clinic gave us very good support. We felt nice. And then the day arrived when I received that SMS. May 12th, 2004, when Ashton came into life at Siddhi at 2:13 in the afternoon. And finally that day arrived when that SMS reached my mobile. Our son was born on May 12th in the afternoon at 2:13. Special day for us and our families. He is the 8th generation in my family, so my parents were the most pleased because the 8th generation is a son. Doctor knew that I wanted a girl, so doctor wasn't surprised. My wife wanted a son. It was a very pleasurable day. Tears did roll down the eyes. Yeah, it was mine. It's rolling down now just thinking about that day. And life has just been a miracle from that day onwards. We have been learning every day, every hour, every minute. Our son keeps us active, and we have made it a point to tell everybody and anybody whom we meet how we got the son of us. It was a miracle of God through the hands of one of his servants. Going through the treatment was a very easy aspect for me and Lavina because we knew what we were going through. We were listening, talking to doctors. But the worst part was going home and explaining to our parents, Lavina's parents, my parents. Okay, my father was from a science background, he understood. But my mother, Lavina's parents, they never knew what we were going through, what's an IVF, what is an IUI, what are you pushing these things, and why you have to do a sonography. And it took us a lot of time to explain to them, and it was very much right that we explained to them what we were going through, is because they knew what it was. It was not an easy one-night affair which we could get through. They knew that it was 2 years we had to struggle, and it was tough. That's why today, my parents value my son more than they value me today. For them, my son is much more precious than me, because they knew what we went through. They supported Lavina very much. A family, when you go home from the treatment home, you need someone to be there, with you to tell you that it has happened, don't worry, something will happen. We used to have a lot of crying sessions all by ourselves. Then my mother is to pitch in. My father will never crying, but he will surely give his support. He will always tell my father said that he never spent so much time in the hospitals for me as much as he spent in the hospital for my son. He sat here 2 days full. So it was a thing. You have to get your parents into it. Don't hide it from them. Tell your parents, tell your neighbors, anybody elder, don't hide that you have a problem. This problem, we never hid this problem and not, okay, Shangurma. We never hid that this is a problem for us. We tell everybody that we had a tubal problem, Lavina had a problem, and we got him through a lot of trouble. Because the world should know what it is like. People hide it among themselves, won't tell anybody. That's all.